Oh, well, hey, babe. It's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, let's go ahead and get into us a quick chat, honey. Let's talk about it. First things first, I want to tell everybody thank you. Thank you so much for getting me to 10,000 subscribers. We did it. Oh my God. Oh my God. We did it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming along and being a part of my YouTube journey. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. Okay. Another thing, I have not gotten the chance to watch Love and Hip Hop ATL. I really don't think that review is going to be up until tomorrow. If it's going to come out today, it may be later today. But at worst case, I'll probably get it out tomorrow. I haven't watched it. But what I did see, which is what I want to bring to you guys before I get into Real Housewives tea, okay? I want to talk about Mama D. Mama D put a video up, honey, because she is not featuring Miss Yandy Smith. Now, she did not say her name, but we all know who she's talking about, okay? She is not featuring her being a part of the show. And you know what? Before I say anything else, I actually just want to let you guys hear what Miss Mama D had to say. Y'all go ahead and get into this.
Hi, it's the Queen Mama D from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and I thank you for listening and watching us tonight. I know because of Black Lives Move that things have changed, and I know it's kind of awkward for you guys because you're used to the fighting and all that stuff, but it's okay. It's okay. But what I don't like is that certain people are inserted in every episode, and they don't even have a storyline. They just been placed there. You know what I mean? And they trying to give them all the checks and the coins. And they're not even from here. So I'm coming. I don't know when I'm coming, but I'm just sleepy right now because nothing excited me. But kudos to whoever editing. Stop editing, okay? Because you ain't bringing nothing to the table. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching again and again.
Did y'all hear Mama D? Mama D said, whoever over there editing, baby, stop it. Just stop editing, okay? Because I am asleep, okay? I'm tired. I'm yawning. It's boring, okay? She is definitely feeling a way about Miss Yandy Smith coming down because who else she really talking about, right? Everybody else that's been added to the cast, like the artists, they're from Atlanta, and I believe Yandy is the only person that's not from Atlanta that has come down all the way from New York from her own franchise to be a part of this show and pretty much take over. Now, I'm not necessarily mad at Yandy for coming to this franchise necessarily because a lot of people go to different franchises, right? However, I feel like her storyline is so thick. I agree with Mama D. She is taking up a lot of space on the show. You would have thought that Love and Hip Hop ATL was Yandy's show. As much as y'all give her camera time, we are ready to get to the other individuals, okay? We are ready to see the other cast. I will say how they're shooting the season so far and the angles that they're taking. I'm not necessarily mad at it. It's not as entertaining as what we're used to, but to me, it's not bad either. Okay, the little bit of family drama that we have that's keeping us going, I guess, would be Erica Mena and Safari's drama. Okay, so I'm not necessarily, you know, fully 100% mad at Yandy for being a part of the show, but I feel Mama D because I'd rather see more Mama D than I see more Yandy. But that's just me because y'all know I love me some Mama D. Y'all can remove everybody from the cast, but Mama D has to stay. Yeah, she has. That's a requirement. Okay, she has to stay. So yeah, those were her thoughts about it. Like I said, I don't really feel too, you know, no ways about it. I don't think she was really wrong in anything that she said, but I want to hear y'all thoughts. Okay, I do notice that a lot of reviewers that are a lot of videos of people reviewing the show for Love and Hip Hop ATL is not as high as they may have been in the past. So I want to know you guys' thoughts. Are you just not interested this season? Are you tired of Love and Hip Hop ATL, or do you just not like the angle and the direction of where they're taking the show at this time? You guys leave your thoughts and comments down below on how you're feeling about Love and Hip Hop ATL, and also let me know your thoughts about what Miss Mama D had to say about Yandy and the editing, honey. Whoever's editing, honey, please stop. I was hollering. But let's go ahead and move on, okay? Because these individuals can't even get to editing because they're still trying to sort out the cast, okay? And that's going to be Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, on last week, Love B. Scott definitely dropped an article giving us his tea, his inside tea about what he knows regarding the situation. Okay, they're saying that the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they're desperately seeking housewives for season 14 because casting is in shambles. Now, something that sticks out is him saying, let's start with Porsha Williams. Portia's currently filming her 8-episode spinoff. Okay, it's showcasing her family, her life, her relationship with Simon. Right out the gate, this is not fair. Okay, unless y'all goal was later on down the road, which was to give Porsha her own show after season 15, maybe. Okay, but I feel like, why would you give her so much when she's already a part of Real Housewives of ATL? I don't think she should have got that. Okay, what was going on in Porsha's life that was so special for her to have this 8-episode special? Okay, so I mean, those are my thoughts. I want to hear y'all's. Let me read on. As for her future on Real Housewives of Atlanta, we hear she's seriously considering not returning for season 14. The network loves Porsha and wants her to stay, but Porsha reportedly doesn't want to deal with the negativity surrounding her soon-to-be husband, Simon Guobadia. Okay, her concern is that, for example, producers and or the other ladies will bring other women to the show that Simon has allegedly been involved with. Am I mad at that? A little, yes. First of all, Porsha, you have been on this show and you've been able to speak your piece on everybody's relationship, especially Miss Candiace. You've been able to offer your, you know what I'm saying, your thoughts about certain things, girl. And I feel like now it's time for you to get your just due. It's definitely time for you to get your just due. So I don't think they should completely let her out of her contract or not allow her to come back. I think she should be able to come in for a little bit. Just for a little bit, because people stay dragging Miss Kenya about what she got going over there, and some of it may be rightfully so. But now, Porsha, it's time for you to get your turn. Okay, so I don't think that she should be able to skirt out the situation and be able to create the idea of how she wants people to see her relationship, even if that's not indeed the case. Because Kenya has shown the good, the bad, and the ugly amongst other ladies that's been on the show. I feel like Nene has done the same thing when she was with Greg. Sheree had did it with Bob. Even though they weren't really married, she's shown the ugly. Cynthia has done it with Peter. So why is it, in my opinion, that Porsha gets the opportunity to say, oh, I don't want to be a part of this because I don't want people to bring on exes or say certain things about my soon-to-be husband, my fiance? No, ma'am. Go on, get back in the game. Let her back in the game, coach. Let her right on back in the game, okay? But Love B. Scott is saying that it's safer. It's safer for Porsha to stick with her doing her own show and doing Bravo Chat. So, yeah, I guess they want Porscha's show to possibly replace a Tardy for the Party, like Kim Zolciak. But, you know, I just, girl, come on right on back over here. You can get your 3-minute commercials at another time or your 5-minute commercials, okay? Because I'm like, why y'all gave her 8 episodes? That's a whole season. Okay, so then once you do that, people may be looking forward to like what's next. So I mean, y'all leave y'all thoughts below. My thoughts are Porsha should stay right where she at, and you can get your little 3 minutes here or there. Okay. Now, Cynthia Bailey, they're saying, is more than likely to not return as it's so late, as it's going into the summer, that and she hasn't even received a contract yet. I believe they usually have received their contracts by this time. And Cynthia has done a few interviews where she says she hasn't received anything. She's hopeful to return, but if she doesn't return, she's not going to go out how Nene went out. She's going to bow out gracefully in hopes that later on down the road, she's able to return to the show or do other works with Bravo. Candy and Miss Kenya, they both set to return. They are both set to return. I don't blame them. Go get y'all checks, honey. Go run up there and get a check. And one thing about Miss Candy, she's not going to turn one down, honey. So even if we don't feel like Candy is bringing anything to the show, Bravo feels like she is, and they're going to continue to bring her to the show. What else do we have here? Sheree. Sheree may be coming back. It's been in talks. It's been rumored, okay? Sheree has dropped a few little nuggets out there of her possibly picking up the phone to return that call to say, yeah, I'll be back. But now what they're saying about Miss Sheree, honey, they're saying that Sheree is reportedly open to return to Real Housewives of Atlanta, but only as a full-time star. Okay, she's open to sharing her relationship with Tyrone, you know, the guy that she was dating before she left the show. He was locked up in prison, and that's what we all want to see. We don't want to just see Sheree around here carrying bones. Okay, we want to see her carrying the bone called Tyrone. That's what we want to see. So bring him back and let us see what you got going on and what that relationship is going to be like. Okay. I think as far as Miss Drew, that may have been up in the air. I know I've seen where there has been talks about Marlo possibly getting the peach that she wants. Okay, they're saying she is seriously in the running to becoming a peach holder for the first time. Drew, they're saying, is not likely to return as a housewife, but she has been taping with Portia for Portia's spinoff. So I'm wondering, if Drew does not return as a housewife, will she return as a friend of the show? If Drew returns as a housewife, I don't necessarily mind it, because Drew's storyline with her husband Ralph is enough alone. And at the beginning part, I felt like she was carrying the season in season 14. So there's nothing wrong with her. Like, if she gonna come back, she gonna give us more of her and Ralph, and that's what I want to be able to see, more of her and Ralph. LaToya Ali, baby, that's dead. That's a goner, girl. Goodbye. Hopefully to never return again. One hit wonder. Like, what was that girl's name? I can't even think of her name. The one, what was her name? Was it Gail? I think it was Gail. I think she went by a different name, but her real name was like Gail or something like that. She came on the show. It didn't go so well for her, and then it was like a peace out, ma'am. Okay, so that's the energy that it's giving me. I want to hear y'all thoughts and comments down below about all of this as it pertains to Miss Sheree possibly coming back with her man. Miss Portia saying that she don't want to come back now that she's filming her show. She's realizing she can do this on her own, and she ain't got to go over there and have banter back and forth with the ladies. I feel like no, get your over here. But I want to hear y'all thoughts and comments down below about the overall cast, and how would y'all feel about Marlo getting a peach for the first time, honey? Ooh, I wouldn't be mad at it. Marlo has been there long enough. They have brought people out the woodworks. They just brought other people like Drew, LaToya, and threw them in. Drew got a peach before Marlo. Marlo's been out there for a long time. We've had people that's been housewives and ain't have no husband, even though Marlo ain't got one. So if she got one, I wouldn't, it's whatever. I wouldn't be too mad at it. Maybe my mind will change, but I wouldn't be too mad at it, okay? Let's go ahead and move on to some other housewives, okay? Y'all know Real Housewives of Potomac has come back. We have truly, truly enjoyed it, okay? Last week's episode, or this past Sunday, what we got to see was more issues between Miss Wendy and Miss Mia, okay? Because Wendy feels as though Miss Mia should have shown more loyalty to Miss Karen. Even though Miss Karen is unbothered by it, Ashley and Wendy feel a way about Miss Mia not showing any loyalty to their friend, to their good friend, Miss Karen. Okay, so with that, there was some exchange of words that took place on social media. Y'all know Miss Mia ain't featuring Dr. Wendy. She told her, girl, I'm done talking to you, honey. Girl, I'm done talking to this lady. Somebody come get her. I ain't got nothing to do with her. In addition, obviously Miss Wendy wanted to make sure that Eddie was not putting on his paper when it was asked, which housewife would you be more interested in if you outside of your wife? And she wanted to make sure that he did not have Mia's name on there. Okay, so Miss Wendy is definitely feeling a way about Miss Mia. I don't know if it's necessarily jealousy, but she's definitely feeling a way about Miss Mia, and vice versa. They're both pressed by each other. But let me go ahead and read to you guys what Miss Wendy put on social media that led Miss Mia to respond to it, okay? Miss Wendy goes on to put she put a tweet out. And this tweet says, first, you don't know your age. Now, y'all know with the you don't know your age, when they first met Mia, they asked Mia, like, how old is your husband versus how old is you? She was like 30 years, but she couldn't get it together, okay? I think she tried to say her husband was 62 or something, whereas that would have made her 32. Only to find out she's 36, I believe, and he's, 68 or 60-something, child. We still don't know the math, okay? But that is what Miss Wendy is talking about. First, you don't know your age. Then 24 hours, you go from having a good heart to just a pretty face. Then you say you're a bartender when we all know you're a stripper. So many lies, but go off, sis. Now listen, when I read this, y'all know I do like me some Mia so far. I do like me some Mia so far, but as I'm reading Miss Wendy's tweets, it's like I do need to keep an eye on Miss Mia because you did not know your age, and you did sit up there and say that you was a bartender girl when actually you likely were a stripper, and now you're on social media owning the fact that you were indeed a stripper. At least that's what it sounds like. So why you didn't just say it in the initial moment? Okay, your husband was like, you was a bartender, right? And you just went along with it, girl. Too funny. So as much as I like Mia, and to be honest, I pretty much like everybody on the cast except for Ashley. Y'all already know how I feel about Miss Ashley. I mean, Ashley's probably a great person, but her character on the show. Ashley on the show, I do not like Ashley on the show. But as it pertains to what I'm seeing with Dr. Wendy, I'm liking all of the people. Everybody will get read accordingly, and I definitely got my eye on y'all. Okay, now when Miss Mia saw this, she decided to put it on her page and she responded to it. She says, "Woo, child. Hashtag bothered, hashtag much." Okay, she said strippers have way more fun than slithers. Just saying. So it was in that moment for me that Miss Mia confirmed that she was indeed a stripper, but she was sitting up there lying and going along with the fact that she was just a bartender. Now, I believe that at some point Mia is probably going to come out and be open and honest about her becoming a stripper and possibly how she fell into that place. But Wendy, I got my good eye on you as well, because you was sitting up there talking about your breast and you was only focused on your breast. You ain't want to tell the ladies that you got that arse done, okay? You didn't want to tell them that until you saw Miss Mia being very open about what all she had going on, and then now you want to open up about what you got going on too, girl. So the eye is still out on you. But again, for the most part, you know, I like everybody, okay? Y'all, I told y'all how I feel about Ashley and Karen. I definitely got my good eye on you. So I got my good eye. Everybody's sketch, okay? So when Mia did this, Wendy hesitated none to get right up under Miss Mia's post. And it's so funny to me because Dr. Wendy sat up there and said in an interview when she talked about Gizelle unfollowing her, she said, imagine her typing my name in to go and unfollow me. Hence meaning that she's bothered. She said, now imagine me typing her name in to go and respond. Okay, we don't have to imagine you typing Gizelle's name in, but now we're imagining you typing in Miss Mia's name. Okay, so it's still the same thing, girl. Either way, you was bothered. Okay, talking about somebody, imagine me typing Gizelle's name in to go and unfollow her, but we can imagine you typing in Mia's name to go and comment under her post. Okay, then, girl. See, everybody gonna get a fair read over here. Now, Miss Wendy says, "Let me slither on through that." She said, "Let me slither on through then. No one shamed you for being a stripper. I'm calling you out for being a liar. Hashtag RHOP." I was like, ooh. No one shamed you for being a stripper, but y'all calling you out for being a liar, a thief. What does the Youngler say? You're a liar. You're a thief, okay? That's what Miss Wendy had to say. She definitely collected and gathered Miss Mia, but I am totally here for the banter back and forth, okay? They're going to be the two to watch as far as, you know, the arguments and stuff. Miss Wendy is going to have that work for everybody clearly this season, okay? She's gonna have that work for Gizelle. I wouldn't be surprised if Miss Robyn gets caught up in her crossfire, as well as Mia. So it's going to be a very interesting season, and it seems like Dr. Wendy is going to be giving the girls a run for their money, okay? Let's go ahead and move on to other Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's talk about Gizelle Bryant, okay? Gizelle Bryant hops on to Watch What Happens Live, and she had some choice words to say about Miss Karen's box, because y'all know Karen got on the Watch What Happens Live a week ago or so, and she talked about Miss Gizelle's box, honey, and what she thought about Sing Sing and everything. Or at least what she thought Sing Sing meant. So Gizelle came on to give her thoughts about Karen's box, as well as the breakdown between the relationship of she and Jamal and how the binder could have impacted that. Okay, you guys go ahead and get into this quick clip from Gizelle being on Watch What Happens Live.
Gizelle?
Yeah.
The Grand Dame was here, or as Michael calls her...
Le Grand Dame.
Right, yes. Le Grand Dame was
Does he
here.
know the history? Do you know I gave her that name?
You did?
I did, yes.
I didn't. I don't think I realized that.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
and she still hasn't thanked me.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, she did level some accusations at you at the end of last week's episode that continued a little bit tonight. I mean, with the fiery box and the sing. I need to give you the floor because I asked her to go through them last week on this broadcast.
Right.
Anything in there that you were particularly upset about or want to respond
Well,
to?
I never get upset about anything she says because she's crazy.
Okay.
I don't know what a sing is. I
Okay.
can only assume what a fiery box is.
Okay.
But her box is like old and stinky and smelly like some chitlins. So, I mean, I understand.
Okay.
She's talking about other people. Because
Okay.
hers is
Okay.
chitlins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Goodness. All right. Okay. Now, also another hot button issue I need to ask you about is you talk on the premiere that you and Jamal broke up, and you kind of blamed it on COVID a little bit. And I have to think that Monique's binder had to play into this a little bit.
Well, I didn't blame it on COVID. I said what it was we can't really see each other.
Okay.
But the binder in that whole situation, that actually brought us closer, meaning we talked about it. He felt so bad about it. I mean, it was really a kind of a great moment for us. I hate to say that, but it allowed us to talk about some things we hadn't talked about.
Wow.
But be clear, that whole reunion, all that she was talking about was old news. Jamal and I had already talked about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then what was the new stuff that was bringing you together that you were talking about?
Meaning
just
he
fidelity issues and things like that?
No, meaning he hated to see me have to go through that amongst the millions.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you need to clear up?
Yes,
before
he should hate for you to see that, and I think a lot of it, no disrespect, Jamal, a lot of it he brought on himself. Like he brought that on you, and that's the last thing any man wants to put is anything on the mother of their kids and their woman is trouble, strife, and a binder.
Yes.
Come on.
Right.
Huh?
Yes. Rappaport has spoken.
Yeah.
Y'all, Michael Rappaport, he couldn't wait to go on here to give his thoughts because, you know, he is definitely opinionated and always got some things to say, ain't it? For sure. And he had to go on here to let y'all know. But I ain't really disagree with him wholeheartedly about what he had to say about Jamal. When Gizelle said that the binder kind of helped them and it brought them closer because he felt bad. He felt bad that she had to go through that amongst everybody. Here's the thing for me. He saw you going through that already the entire season with how Karen would kind of throw that up in your face and bring this up and say that and say this. And I know you had been in talks with him about that. He made an executive decision to continue to not support you by not showing up to that reunion. Okay? So I don't think he really felt bad. And if he felt bad, he should have felt bad enough to have shown up and been there for you in that initial moment. And he didn't. Okay. So those are my thoughts about him, you know, not showing up. I don't think that was fair. I feel like Gizelle probably was already feeling a way about him not being at the reunion and just decided to save face. And then the binder and stuff came out. But, you know, we heard what she said about they had already been in talks about that and already had conversations about that. And they may have. You know, but at the end of the day, it was just the fact that he did not show you the support that he should have shown you. But he could fly up to DC any other time and be a part of Married to Medicine, even though he was like, oh, I'll never be on that show. Where you're on an affiliate show, you're on Married to Medicine, and then you got on there because you flew all the way up there to be a part of the march and stuff, but you couldn't fly up there to spend time with the person that you say you in a relationship with. Something not adding up for me. Is it me? Because it don't 1, 2, 3. It don't. Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah, y'all leave y'all thoughts in comments down below regarding everything that I talked about today on the quick chat. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.